Okay, so today's reading is going to be about how are your passed on loved ones currently viewing you? These could be people that were very close to you in the physical, but they're no longer here. Even though they may not be here in the physical anymore, they are still with you in the spiritual, still connected to you, still watching over you, and still guiding you as well. Now, I have three different spreads, so this is going to be three different energy, three different people that are no longer with you. And this is how they're viewing you. This could be messages that they want you to know as well, so you have to take it where it resonates. I'm also going to kind of go into how they were feeling when they passed on. This could be how it left you feeling. So all of that may pop out. And as I say, take it where it resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate with you, you don't have to fit it into your life or, anything like that. But with the first spread, the first card that came out was the Page of Cups. This card shows like a young, tender, this could be like a teenager. You could have also been someone that was very young when that person passed on. This is like a younger masculine energy, teenager. Someone that was very youthful. Now, they may have looked after you when you were very small, and their protective energy comes through. It's like this is someone who could have been very protective over you as well. This is someone who also cared deeply for you, and they express love in different ways, even if it wasn't always verbal, with the Page of Cups being here. This could be someone who was very giving, very kind. I'm seeing someone feeding someone. So you could have been very small. But this Page of Cups card reflects on innocence and purity of heart. This is someone that was very sincere, also very innocent, and very pure. This is someone who had a good heart. Someone who was also emotionally open and felt deeply connected to you. Yeah, I'm hearing that you may not remember this person that well. Even though you may not remember everything consciously about this person, he held a lot of love and care for you. And his energy has remained close to you. Yeah, this is someone that I feel like you know who this person is, but maybe you were too young to physically remember how they looked. Like you could have been a very small child. This is someone who cared for you. They looked after you, and then all of a sudden they were just gone. You were too young to take in or comprehend why did that person just disappear. Now the next card is the Four of Swords. This came out after the Page of Cups. This card definitely, talks about rest, reflecting, being in solitude. This is someone who may have went through a lot of emotional pain that they felt like nobody understood when they were in the physical. And after passing. But I feel like now with the Four of Swords, this is someone who have rejuvenated. This is someone who has found peace after they passed away. It's like they've laid their burdens to rest with the Four Swords. This is someone who, as I said, they could have been hiding some type of pain that they didn't always feel like they could talk to everyone about when they were alive. But in spirit, this person is someone that's very calm, very peaceful, and also healing. Now, they see you as someone who has also moved through your own challenges with strength and courage. Yeah. They also view you as someone who could be someone who, you enjoy solitude, peace. You don't be around people that much. You could be, yeah, it's like you're away from people. You enjoy your solitude. Now, the next card is the Six of Swords. This is definitely transition energy and movement, forward movement. And I feel like this is someone who has sat back and they've witnessed your growth. They feel like for them, the Six of Swords is they've left behind whatever it is that they were holding on to in the physical that could have been like pent up pain or some type of trauma. They've released it. They've moved past it. It was some type of hurt, some type of heartache. But as I said, they've also watched you move forward. They've witnessed your growth. And they feel like you've made a major transition through some type of difficult times. This could be some type of difficult experiences. And you've also guided, this could be your child or your children. You're moving forward with your child or your children. It's like you're all making that transition together, leaving behind the past or difficult times, difficult experiences that you may have went through. And this could be with your children. But this is someone who was definitely proud of the way you've carried on, despite whatever it is that you went through. Okay, so the next card we have is the Three of Swords from this energy, this youthful energy. This card reflects heartbreak, some type of grief. I feel like this is tying back to, this is someone who knows that their passing may have caused a lot of confusion, sadness, because they died before their time. And as I say, it's tying back to you being too young to understand why that person just disappeared as well. It's like it didn't just affect you, it affected a lot of people. Yeah. This is someone who felt that same grief too, that others felt, that same pain. And this is someone who was in deep regret and in sorrow over leaving way too soon. But as I say, they've moved past it. The last card is the Six of Cups. Now, this card definitely confirms that deep childhood bond between you and this person. It symbolizes like a nurturing type of care and protection for someone towards a younger child, like an older teen, and then this is a younger child. And as I say, even though you may not remember that person that much, the connection is still strong. This person still watches over you. And they still continue to support your growth physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So overall, um, this person sees you as someone that is very strong, very resilient, and capable of guiding your family with love and stability. This is someone who finally feels at peace now that they're no longer in the physical. They feel free from the challenges of the physical. But as I said, they're still deeply connected to you in spirit. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next spread. Okay, now this was like a strong feminine energy. This could be someone that was like mid-age, like a mother figure, a aunt. This could be an older sister. Take it where it resonates. Now, the first card we got, and this person, even though I want to add this in the beginning, because I got whoever this person is, even though they're like a mature feminine energy, this person still passed far before their time. Yeah. Okay, so the first card we got was the Ten of Swords. I mean, the Ten of Wands in the reverse. In life, this person may have carried a lot of burdens. This could be burdens that they weren't visible to everyone else. Responsibility, stress. But in spirit, this is someone who have definitely released these burdens. And they want you to know that they're finally free from the weight they carried. And this could have been some type of emotional burdens as well. Things they felt like they couldn't control and things that they could have been holding on to that nobody knew. Yeah, they've released these burdens. I'm also seeing that this is someone who wants you to let go of any type of heaviness that still lingers from their passing. They don't want you to hold on to that. I'm also getting there could have been some type of heavy questioning, confusion around this person's passing. Because this, as I say, if this is someone that was mature, they still passed long before their time. Yeah, they don't want you to hold on to the burden of them passing on. They don't want you to carry this. They want you to release it because they're at peace with it. They've released it. They've let it go. Okay, so the next card is the Two of Swords. This card shows like indecision, some type of difficult choice or difficult decision. This could be also emotional conflict. They could have found out about somebody did something deceptive. This could be some type of lie. And whatever this is someone that was very private. Whatever they were feeling or going through, they kept it to themselves. I'm also getting this person is someone who feels like they weren't consciously awake when they were here. Yeah, this is someone who sees that you're someone who have gained clarity. It's like you're navigating through life with clarity. They didn't have that same type of clarity, and they're admiring that. You're someone who is not um holding on to any type of inner conflict. This could be bad experiences, trauma. Yeah, I'm also hearing that this person felt like they were kind of like blinded to the truth about certain things. Like they weren't able to see clearly with the Two of Swords. Now, with the next card is the Eight of Swords. This is someone who could have felt trapped or restricted when they were here. They felt like they couldn't move past certain things. They could have been up in their head a lot. This could be about certain things they found out or they felt like was hidden from them. And then when they found out, they felt like they were defeated. Or this was some type of betrayal. Yeah, this is someone who could have also felt like they just couldn't express their self freely, or when they expressed their self, people took it, the wrong way. But they feel like they're free now from those restrictions. Yeah. Whatever they felt like was keeping them stuck or bound, or if they just felt like they were mentally stuck after they could have found out about some type of deception or some type of lies, they're no longer holding on to it. They're not holding on to what they can't control. This is coming out clear. Whatever happened in this physical, they feel like it was beyond their control. Now it's like spiritually, in spirit, they've released any burdens that had them, bound in the physical. Yeah. The next card is the Five of Swords. Now, this card definitely reflects on conflict, defeat, or betrayal, as I was stating with this Two of Swords. And as I said, this person's past was surrounded by confusion. Or a situation that didn't feel fair. When this person passed on, a lot of people, they could have been confused and they felt like it wasn't fair how this person just up and passed. Yeah. This could be an air sign. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And this is someone who definitely, they understand that a lot of people were confused and left in pain. It had a lot of questions. This is someone who wants or encourages, they want people to, or they want you to forgive and release. Yeah. This could be something you feel like you could have stopped, or this was beyond their control and your control. So they don't want you to hold on to that grief. This is someone who was always also about family. This person was someone who was family oriented. Ten of Pentacles follows the Five of Swords. This talks about family, legacy. This was the center of this person's life. This is someone who deeply valued the connection they had with their family. They want you to honor their memory. Yeah. Now the next card is the Eight of Cups. This is definitely confirmation that this person has moved on in spirit. They want you to know that they're no longer bound to the physical and has fully transitioned into the spiritual realm. Now we have the Ten of Swords and the Death card following this this Eight of Cups card that came out. These were like the final cards for this spread, for this energy. These cards definitely show that her passing was abrupt, all of a sudden, very painful, and very confusing. This is also validating that this person is an air sign, Gemini, with the Ten of Swords. Yeah, this was definitely, it was a difficult transition because I feel like this person just wasn't ready to go. And at the time that they passed, they could have felt defeated. They felt betrayed. But they finally walked away from whatever they were holding on to that happened to them in the physical. This is someone who sees you as carrying family forward. You're someone that's very strong and resilient. And they feel like you're someone who's in the energy of honoring legacy and family. Yeah. They feel free from conflict. They're at peace. And they're proud of the strength you've developed since they've transitioned and moved into the spiritual. Now the third spread, this is definitely like a grandmother. The first card that popped out was the Hierophant. This is an older figure, someone who had authority, wisdom, somebody that was very nurturing. And this could be someone who helped guide you. They helped raise you. This card definitely talks about guidance, tradition, spiritual authority. This is someone who people went to for advice and support. And she still carries this role in spirit. They're like a guide to you. Okay? Now the Five of Cups. This reflects on how you felt when that person passed. It's like you were very disappointed. You could have felt lost. Losing this person may have felt like you were losing a part of your foundation. Yeah. The next card is the Eight of Pentacles. If you felt that way when this person passed, they admire how you didn't give up with the Eight of Pentacles. You worked through the grief. You've built yourself up, even though you could have felt like you couldn't go on without that person. They feel like you've developed a skill. You're very focused and you're very disciplined. And you're standing on your own, even though when they passed on, you doubted yourself. Yeah. Whatever it is that you're working on, they view you as someone that's very determined but patient as well. And this is what they admire about you. Now the next card is the Nine of Wands. This is how they're viewing you, as someone that's very resilient. I was also getting this person could be a fire sign. Yeah. they feel like despite any challenges you may have faced, and you felt like you couldn't go on your own, you protected yourself and kept moving forward with courage with this Nine of Wands. You're still standing tall on your own. Yeah. Now the next card is the Fool. This represents both their transition into freedom and your own new beginnings, your own transition. This is someone who wants you to embrace life with trust, curiosity, and courage. I'm also getting, you could have broken free. You could be someone who broke, you've had some type of breakthrough. Like, this could be breaking generational curses, breaking cycles, and different things like that. Yeah. They also view you as someone who is like wide awake. You're living in truth. You're speaking with clarity, or you're thinking with clarity. They view you as someone who is very, you have a lot of mental strength. You've cultivated, is what I'm hearing. Now, the last card that came out was this Temperance card. This is definitely Sagittarius energy. And this is definitely confirming their presence. They represent balance, healing, patience, and continued spiritual guidance with the Temperance card. This is someone who sees you as someone who has healed. You've broken generational patterns. And you've grown strong despite their absence. Clear and empowered. They view you as someone that's very very powerful. You embody empowerment. Now, how they're feeling after transition is they're at peace, they're proud of you, and they're still guiding you with love. Now, I also want to add like a final message for all three loved ones. The protective younger masculine energy and this aunt energy that's coming in stronger. This could be like an older sibling, take it where it resonates. And then grandmother figure. These are people that came out because they want to show you that even though their time in the physical was cut short, or you felt like it was just way too soon, too quick, you weren't expecting it, their love for you is everlasting. They see your strength, your resilience, and your ability to heal and grow. And in their transition, they are free, at peace. They're proud of you and forever guiding you with love.